Huh? What on earth? What is this? Where am I?
Tev?
Strife?
What are you doing here?
Oh, where's this? Where am I? What is this?
Where are you? Tev, don't you remember?
Oh, right, the gravel.
Yeah, followed by the white dye. You're currently in the underground research facility of Strife Solutions, located underneath the Solution Tower. You didn't think I bothered you for supplies just because it would be fun, did you? I've been incredibly busy.
Yeah, that explains how clinical and clean everything looks.
Of course it's clean, Tev. You don't get good readings if you build a portal into some dingy basement or cave. A high-tech, sterile environment is necessary to study these things.
Right, this is a lab, and if you're taking readings, then it will give you data on the slightest of disturbances.
Good to know your undead brain rot hasn't addled your mind completely. This portal is specially fortified to amplify disturbances in the field array. Speaking of which, my equipment went absolutely haywire just before you leapt through, which brings us to everything I've already learned with this setup in the listening chamber.
Wait, the listening chamber?
Try to keep up, Tev.
Oh, it's a monitoring room.
Yes, the primary method by which I monitor the field array is through a form of acoustic listening devices, with the readouts coming through the system here. However, I also study energy distributions in the sensors surrounding the portal to get a more granular understanding of any disruptions in the bridging between portals, which is most easily identifiable via disruptions of the portal's harmonic resonance.
Yeah, this is just Portals 101, Strife. Using basic dimensional sensors, you can map out the three primary dimensions, right? Well, this one's the overworld, that's the Nether, and this blurry one over here is the end.
Well, hold on to your dead and stone-cold butt cheeks, Tev, because my sensors are more than basic, and I'm seeing more than 3 dimensions.
Wait, what?
Just watch the display. In the void of existence, the 3 dimensions exist particularly close to one another, which is probably why we can bridge between them in the first place.
Yeah, back to baby's first portal. Where does the resonant cascade come in?
Ah, yes, the crux of it all. When you so recklessly infused that portal, then decided to ham-fistedly deactivate it, it was like glitching a game, so for an instant, a feather weighed as much as a 10-ton weight.
Oh, so it introduced a series of errors that effectively repositioned the dimensions for a brief but calamitous moment?
That and more, Tev. There's now an extra dimension partially intersecting with the 3 we know, which has caused all of the bizarre changes to both the Nether and the overworld. The hows and whys aside, this is what matters. There's a new dimension present, we can't access it, and the way it's bumping up against us is responsible for the changes to our worlds.
Wait, the collision is still ongoing?
It is, Tev. These cosmic movements are still happening, a bit like a ball that's still rolling before it comes to a stop. The world, and all the dimensions, will continue to change, but in what ways we can't say or predict. And, as simple 3-dimensional beings, we likely can't even wrap our heads around the entirety of it either.
An in-progress planar injury would explain the magical residuum present when I was scrying, not to mention what it was I found out there.
What you found? Are you saying that your quest for pants with +5 seduction hit a snag?
A hulking monstrosity of eldritch spawn, sightless, pursuing prey by sound and scent. Its frame made of dense shadow, fading as it meets the cavernous hole of its chest, within which lies a beating heart. Each pulse is as a thunderclap. It is ever sniffing, ever seeking.
Yes, I know you have an affinity for purple prose and you've blown right past it into being both verbose and loquacious, but would you please get to the point, Tev?
Well, it's absolutely terrifying and exhilarating. I barely escaped by the skin of my fangs, but I did not come back empty-handed. Behold!
Tev?
Yes?
It's a block.
Well, yes, but it's a special block I didn't want contaminating anything and thus isolated it in the shulker box.
And any of this matters to me, why?
Because you have the scientific means of brutally and thoroughly examining it.
While I am amused that you have finally chosen to recognize my scientific prowess, I'm hardly entertained by your level of caution surrounding one single block.
This one single block happens to be a specimen from this inaccessible and unknowable dimension.
Tev, let's not leap to super far-fetched conclusions. Everything I've presented is backed up by facts and observable data. Meanwhile, you ran in here after being caught in a thistle bush claiming to have battled an eldritch horror.
Please just do this one thing for me. You're positively itching to learn its peculiarities, as am I.
Whatever. I've got an entire lab needing projects, so I'll find time to shove it under a microscope at some point. But in turn, you have to help me.
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Now, put your armor back on and let's go. Come on.
Where are we going?
To the Nether. I have a particularly large construction site to work on, and I need an extra set of hands for it.
What makes you think I'm going back? I only just arrived from there.
Because I'm doing you a favor.
Can I at least change first? My clothes are all tattered.
And you look fantastic that way. The distressed look suits you. Now come on, move.
Well, now that that's finished, I think, in accordance to this project, I'm going to need some of the particulars, Strife.
Particulars, Tevla. You want particulars? I'll tell you
Yes.
what the particulars are. We're already behind schedule because you had to get yourself a change of clothes before coming out here.
Well, yes, I think you can imagine why.
Why? Like, I don't understand. Is it because your armor was chafing you in the wrong way whenever, like, your hip was showing or something in your last suit?
Oh, did you like that or something, and what was bothering you?
Tev, I told you that the last look suited you just fine. There was no need to get a change of clothes.
You just like the look at all. Okay. Am I putting my shulkers here
Yes,
as well?
put your shulkers down. You need to stash your stuff because you are going to be hanging out over the lava ocean for this, okay?
Lava ocean. Okay, that's a particular I didn't know about.
Okay, so if you haven't figured it out already, we're inside of a nether fortress, all right?
Oh, no kidding, huh?
Yes, we are. Okay, you just follow me out here for a moment, all right?
All right,
So
all
as you can see, this is a nether fortress. I found this a while back, and the main purpose that this place had was in order for me to gain a series of particular types of materials, all right? Just materials. And I increased the floor space, as you can see out there, all right?
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
I'm gonna be a little bit careful. I don't want to be caught on fire while I'm out here. It's happened more than once. So as you can see, the floor space has been expanded. That's good enough. I'm gonna go back to the cave.
Right.
Because the floor space has been expanded, more of the creatures here that show up, that call it home, they arrive. All right, and that means that I can kill them. I swear, you just keep. Anyways. So, I've been using the fortress and its expanded floor space in order to get my hands on skeletal remains, alright?
Skeletal remains,
Yes.
as in wither skeletons?
Yes, wither skeletons, specifically.
Their skulls in particular, then.
Yes, obviously. I
Right.
am using the expanded floor space to acquire the just skeletal remains. And while having an expanded platform is a basic way of doing it, it's a bit ham-fisted and it's not efficient enough. And that is where you come in, Tev. You see, the workers won't come out here anymore because they've started collectively working with me, or against me, as it were.
Oh, the warehouse incident. Right.
Yes, the warehouse incident.
Well, I mean, I did actually go back out there.
Yeah, I know you've been
To the
out there, Tev.
No, okay, not the first time, another time. The next time. The second one.
Oh, of course. The labor
Right,
representative
okay.
returns to the scene of the crime.
See, okay. What let me just say, Strife. I went out there to see what all had become of everything, and, well, honestly, I have to say that you did a great job. You rose to the occasion beautifully, and you just... I couldn't be more proud of you, Strife.
Tev,
Yes?
I have one answer to that statement.
What? Ow, hey!
How dare you? How dare you? I lost pennies on the thousands, okay? Pennies on the hundreds of thousands by giving them shelter. How could you
Pennies
make
on the
me do
hundreds
such a
of
terrible thing?
Strife, You were going to build that bunkhouse anyway.
Pennies, Tev.
I
pennies.
just expedited the process.
I don't have time for this. Listen, this is what's going on. The workers refuse to come to the Nether unless I supply them, and they're only in that attitude because of you. So now it's your responsibility to help me finish the project out here. There is an infrastructure upgrade that I did out at the Solution Tower, and I'm going to use the blueprint from that to try and build the exact same style of structure here in this Nether fortress, but I need help to do it. So, fill your inventory with cobblestone from the back chest there, all right?
The back chest. What all is in these anyway?
Oh, you don't need
There's
to look
the
inside of
cobble.
all of the chests, all right? Oh, for God's sake.
a warped stem
Oh,
and stone.
Oh, you don't...
In other words, I need the particulars, Strife.
Oh my God.
Stone. Diorite, granite. And more cobblestone.
Great. Well,
All right.
listen, you're going to be hovering over the lava ocean, so you need to have yourself some fire resistance here. So,
Oh, you do have fire resistance potions.
yes, I do have fire resistant potions and more stuff to brew more of it, all right? We're working in another fortress. It's not like the materials are particularly rare. So, here we go. We need to head out, and we need to start laying a platform into the lava ocean. So, come on, let's get moving.
All right, Strife, I understand, despite having no details still, that we are building a platform in lava rather than being up in the fortress proper.
Well, have you never built in a dangerous location, Tev? Do you want to just kind of hover above an ocean of lava?
I'm just trying to understand your methodology, Strife.
Well, my methodology involves not burning to death, so I'm kind of trying to make certain there's a safe building platform to start with.
Well, understandable, commendable, yes, I get that. However, I still don't understand anything about this project.
Well, you don't really have to understand anything about the project, okay? It's a platform, and then we build a bunch of walls around it.
Right, okay, these are details I needed.
Yes, okay, so go ahead. Just grab some stone, grab some diorite.
I'm way ahead of you.
Well, way ahead of me. Oh, thank you. So good to know. So now, it's not that complicated. We find the edges, we build the walls on them.
Right. I notice that there's plenty of projectiles coming at us, and the scaffolding keeps breaking. How are we going to fix this?
We'll fix it if, there's plenty of scaffold at the site. Don't worry, we can just run back and grab it. Also, don't forget, once we finish, we have to actually start working on the second flooring.
Second flooring. How many floors are in this, Strife?
A lot of floors, actually.
A lot of floors.
Significant numbers of floors. I told you that the entire reason I built this place, it was to collect up skeletal remains. I have, we're continuing to build this place so I can more efficiently collect skeletal remains. Just because you don't understand how it's being built doesn't make any difference. Now, grab some trapdoors.
All right, I'll place these down.
Why on earth? Ugh, okay. Yeah, fantastic.
And we're keeping these closed, correct?
Yes, keep them closed. It makes for a nice, stable platform. Also, you miscounted blocks over here. We have to fill in this wall.
Oh, my sweet goodness gracious. I could use some more details from you.
But I don't have any of the blueprints on me, okay? So just keep on building the way that I told you to.
Oh, I'm building.
I'm sorry that I cannot share all of my thoughts with you in a super effective manner.
I'm not asking for thoughts, I'm asking for data.
Data? What are you, a computer? Do you connect through USB?
I have no words, Strife. How do I respond to this?
I don't know. Listen, put the roof on.
I'm putting the roof on.
Put the roof on.
What about this massive space of land right above us? How do we...
Just, rip it out as you continue to build, Also, we need to put a slab roof on this place.
How much more is there to this, Strife?
Oh, more than you can imagine, Tev. Do you think that the roof means that we're finished? We've already been building for 3 days? We're not even close to done.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, the next step is that we have to build the funnel.
Funnel?
Yeah, the funnel, because you have to channel all of the skeletons into one specific location.
Right, true. This is how a grinder works. I know that.
Yeah, so the fun part is after we get the funnel in place, we have to fill it with lava.
Oh, this is not dangerous in the least.
Yeah, but before we have to do that, we have to go back and open up all of those trapdoors.
What?
Yeah, we have to go back up to the top, open the trapdoors from the top to bottom, and then we have to put lava in.
All right. This opens up you do realize this opens us up to all of the mobs dropping upon us, right?
I didn't say that it wasn't going to be a dangerous job.
At least we have fire potions.
By the way, we're not finished. We have to slab the rest of the fortress.
Hold on. I do not understand, Strife. How do you have enough materials for this, but you can't tell me what we're doing next?
Well, because I'm a very one foot in front of the other type of person whenever I'm in the middle of the project. So just go ahead, grab some diorite and some smooth stone, and we're gonna start slabbing.
So Mr. Numbers over here has the data, but doesn't know the data? What?
Listen, I don't write instruction manuals. I put together spreadsheets and stuff, all right? I don't make instruction manuals. No, you screwed up some of your block placement there.
Oh, knock it off, I'm building, shush.
What do you mean, Listen, just don't fall off, okay?
I won't fall off. I'm fine.
And I can't stress enough that as we continue to put all of these slabs down, it means that we're going to be concentrating all of the mobs inside of the spawner.
This is a true thing. The one thing that is good about this is the more we put down the slabs, the fewer mobs we deal with.
Yeah, and I mean, we're almost out of fire potions at this point, which is a good thing. Oh,
how is that a good thing?
That we're almost done.
Oh. The last paver is down. The building above is complete. I am hoping this has not been a colossal waste of my time, but you have yet to convince me otherwise. How are things going down here?
The good news is that everything is working quite perfectly. It's exactly as it should be. I'm just putting in the last of the papers down here.
Dear God, the noise.
Yeah, that's the sound of profit, Ted. Can you hear that? That is the product of building the entire structure above us, funneling every last mob down into one concentrated location, and making certain that they're not spawning anywhere else by slabbing up the entire structure around them. It's wondrous. But here's the deal. I've already used it. It's fantastic. And I am nothing if not benevolent. I will allow you to enjoy some of the slaughter. Drink deep the blood, Tevla.
I am 100% sure not a single one of these has a drop of blood in any of their bodies.
Well, the zombified piglins probably have something that's coagulated at least.
Oh, maybe, but
go ahead.
My goodness.
Have fun.
Look at all of them. I like how successful the whole project has been.
Like I said,
wow.
This is exactly the product of what's supposed to be happening after you build an entire structure above that its entire purpose is to collect up as many mobs as possible, put them in a concentrated location, and make certain that they don't spawn anywhere else. So.
Right. Well,
yes.
I guess,
The good news, Tev, is that with the completion of this project, now I am no longer going to need to wander out to your manor and collect up white dye, because those wither skeletons, not only will they drop skulls eventually, but they also drop a lot of bones in the process. So white dye is on a fix now. Strife Solutions is self-sufficient in that regard. I can push you out of the market.
Oh, excellent. This will mean far fewer rude intrusions by yourself. Never knocking on the door.
I still don't understand what the problem is, Tev. It's not like you have doors anywhere inside of that house in the first place, so I can't be blamed for walking in on you whenever you were getting dressed again.
Okay, Strife. I'm not going to get into this argument. You are not going to bait me into this dumb, nonsense, nothing argument again.
All right, fine, whatever. But the whole point here is that I'm not going to have to wander over to your house to bother you much, if at all, anymore. Not that I was bothering you very much in the first place, all right?
Well, speaking of my home, I should really be getting back now.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
Oh, why not?
Tev, do you remember what I said whenever we started this whole project?
What?
The collection of skeletal remains. That was the whole reason why I built the platform up above. What we did was we just streamlined it. We made it more efficient. I'm getting the skeletal remains faster. The whole reason why any of that was done was for the skeletal remains. That was one step in the larger project.
All right, what's next?
What's next is that I have to wait for this thing to do its job. I have to collect up enough skeletal remains, and you are going to run off and do me another major favor after enough remains have dropped. But I can't be bothered to run out into the middle of nowhere and find you, if not at your manor, then out at your library in your little communist manifesto. So just go ahead, sit yourself down, relax, and then I will send you on to the next stage of the project, which hopefully is the last stage of the project, okay?
He's gonna be the end of me without ever laying a finger on me.
Wait, I'm sorry, did you say something, Tev?
No, nothing. Nothing at all, Strife. Nothing of consequence.